Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Dream League Season 7 playoff action here. We're still in our first semifinal as it's Planet Odd taking against Team Secret here. I know. We had a little bit of a break, a little bit of a siesta, but we are getting back into action now. We're going to try to bulldoze on forward as fast as we can. We are going to be having a Game 3 come up right away. So I'm right back at the panel once again with my astute colleagues here of Dream League. We have none other than Slacks, Cap, and Mr. Ben Merlini-Wu back in action. Gentlemen, intriguing game. I'm sure the early part of it feels like it happened yesterday, but your take on the matchup. I guess we could start with co-pilot Slacks over here.
Wonderful. Who could forget such a game? Not I. You see Viper going in there, tearing people up as expected. A lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of murder, but it is a Viper game. You win your lane, you lose your game.
He didn't even win the lane.
Well, yeah, he killed a few people.
He died a ton.
Okay.
We got some replays here. Can refresh everybody's memory on what happened in this game.
This. Beautiful. He gets healed up, then what does he do? Do I run away? No. I'm Viper. I should probably get the hell out of here. This
tries to run.
Okay, he's getting dunked on.
He doesn't actually make it out, but he tries.
They had a pretty big lead. They had like 7,000 gold lead, and then they lost a big team fight on bottom, and then things slowly got out of hand after that.
And then getting their Animage caught without buyback.
Yeah. I'm sure that's a hero.
All of a sudden, the game's over.
Wii does not play Viper often. That's not a hero. They're like, oh man, that's definitely a Wii hero.
What happened, Ben? That was supposed to be Animage free game.
Yeah,
right?
I think Viper was a big burden that game. They had to like constantly TP mid, help him out. He didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had 8 deaths from both the mids by like 10 minutes. It was a slaughter. It was horrific.
I feel like that's been the theme of both the games. There's just parties happening in the mid lane where they're trying to punish one mid laner or the other. I mean, we saw that all through MDL as well, of course, like dual lanes and even tri-mid lanes were happening. I imagine that's just going to be a continuing trend here moving forward.
Yeah, the extra creeps in mid just mean that the mid lane's like too important to give up. You can't just, like any of those heroes like Stormseer or whatever, like used to get level 5 and go jungle, can't do that anymore. You actually have to make your laning phase work, and in order to make that work, sometimes it means a lot of extra help from supports.
Yeah, a lot of tag team action there. All right, gentlemen, we're going to get prepped up and psyched up for game number 3. Adjustments that are going to be necessary here. Now, Planet Odd came into this tournament with the impression like we could be doing anything here. We could swap roles, we could do some unique picks. Game 1 wasn't so much of that. Game 2, we saw Viper on Wii, which is a little uncharacteristic. Where do we go from here, Slacks, with Planet Odd?
Well, you know, your first plan worked pretty good against Team Secret. Game 1 was nice. They rolled in. Here's some more clips for you guys.
This is the first one that I thought they were, like I guess they were actually.
Oh, this was it?
This is where they say the game had changed.
Well, once Viper loses that team fight, if he doesn't win the next one, it's over.
He did so much with the Invoker here.
Yeah, YapzOr and Kezu got really good initiations together. It's an impressive combination of play by them.
And this is where the feeding began.
Got him.
Range hacks right there on the last right click will help secure it, and suddenly Minwell was walking away for that from a huge bounty with that pickoff plus a double kill, and yeah, the Invoker just became pretty unstoppable at that point. Do you ban the Invoker now? I mean, I don't think it's like immediate ban worthy. I mean, they're saving their mid laners toward the back end of the draft, but it's just hard to gauge. It's obviously when they get the back end of the draft, they're kind of trying to figure out what to do. I mean, if you're resorting to a Viper, like why didn't you settle for something like a Razor, let's say, or some other mid lane dominator, OD or something, who might be able to be a bit more defensive if he's going to have trouble in the mid lane? I don't know.
I'm surprised they picked it.
Yeah, I just, you know, we're trying to get inside the mind of Odd right now.
I don't think you banned Invoker. I think that hero is just not, it's like not worthy of a ban, I guess. It's very slow, right? For a mid laner right now, it's very slow in comparison to a lot of the other mids. I think it was just the fact that like we didn't have a successful Viper game. You don't have you don't really start that snowball early as a Viper and really become a dominant force. I think Secret also did a really good job moving around the map. They were able to, like that bottom lane fight, for example, they were bring 5 heroes pretty quickly, get a strong initiation that kind of catches out Planet Odd. I think they just had the right kind of movement that was able to bring that game back in their favor.
Invoker is not worthy of a ban? You're playing against Miracle, you wouldn't ban Invoker, baby? That hero was a goddamn terror.
Next series, it might be a little...
Thankfully, they're not playing against Miracle.
Next series, it may be a little different. I would agree with you on that.